Doug Batten, and I'm joined up here by his son Josh. And I actually came across you at the airfield the other day. You were helping fix the aircraft.
Yeah, they break down a lot, so I'm getting the aviation bug at the moment.
Leading the blue formation team is Faye Emini. Call sign Flash, and blue number 3, Peter Borse. Blue number 4, Rick Grant, hailing from Alaska. Blue 5, Mark Halliwell, call sign Bill. Passing by us now is the formation green team. Brett Hempel, Rob Fry, John Streety, and Mike Harvey. You won't find diversity or experience anywhere in the world like the Red Stars aerobatic team, the world's largest civilian Yak 52 formation display team. Coming in the solo is a Huggy, Paul Hewen. Aircraft once flown and owned by the famous weatherman Jim Hickey. Members have been flying together for over 25 years. This team is truly unique and a diversity of experience within it. They're former fast jet pilots, bush pilots, airline captains. Coming up high above is the red formation team, Brian Coppersmith, call sign BJ. Red number 2, Stuart Reed, Stu. Red number 3, Christoph, the fixer, Berthard. Each aircraft you see is individually owned and maintained, yet they operate as one disciplined unit, meters apart.
There comes Huggy with a loop and a snap roll.
It's built for strength and aerobatic performance, capable of handling +7 and -5G.
It has a fuel tank of 120 litres with a maximum flying time of 2 hours.
These Yaks are simple, rugged and highly manoeuvrable. The Yak 52 has become one of the most popular aerobatic warbird trainers in the world, and today it forms the backbone of the New Zealand Red Stars formation display. Maneuvers and spins.
Yeah, I love it. It's great fun. You can spin it, where it stall, accelerator stalls, practicing my formation.
Tootling out on the taxiway is the Southern Four.
With a tail chase loop.
One of the distinct features you'll see on the belly is the retractable tricycle landing gear, which remains partly exposed even when retracted. It's a practical design that helps protect the aircraft if a wheels-up landing ever occurs.
Blue team with a tail chase barrel roll.
coming in on the right there to the east, hot in pursuit.
Here comes blue team with a dairy turn low pass.
Josh tells me this, that was his favourite manoeuvre, was it?
One of the most
By Lincoln Jones, the number 3 right wing. They are the Southern Force.
They're making their debut here at Warbirds over Wanaka International Airshow 2026, and they've been working for the last 2 years to get this display up to speed. A lot of practice required for this. Lots of thrilling manoeuvres, smoke and noise, colour and movement.
So as Ando said, they're performing for the first time as Southern Force here at Warbirds over Wanaka. Andy Love, the number 1 lead there, he is also the assistant display director here for Warbirds over Wanaka. So you've got the two 200 horsepower pits and then the 260, the green one, of Marco Sullivan. This aircraft formerly flew out of Queenstown with Action Flights.
Because the original bid special single seat, modified and refined from that 1944-45 design. And the 2-seat variant first flew in 1967, so quite a long time between the first flight.
Lovely tail slide there from Lincoln Jones. Now this is one of the newer pit specials in New Zealand. Very different looking aircraft. Although it's still a pit special, totally different wing. Thinner aerofoil on the asymmetrical air. Look at that there. Sullivan, Andy Love. Right in front of us here. Lincoln's up there tumbling away while his mates are going nuts downstairs.
17 different single-seat and 2-seat versions. Obviously a highly adaptable design, even used by some military for training purposes and for display teams.
Marco Sullivan now, Andy Love, keep ahead. And brake. Lincoln down off the top from number 2. Start there long enough. Bombers, pyros to match. And he peels out to the right, the tumble. Lincoln to the top, down through. Mark round to the left-hand side. They are, ladies and gentlemen, our newest aerobatic team, the Southern Force. Yeah.
This one is a very small aircraft. In fact, if I was going to try to get into one of those S1s, I think I'd have to cut off both legs.
I just forget about that, Ando. I think very tricky little aircraft on the ground.
As Grant said, the display is not over until...
Hey, you Grady. Just take their talk about the exact one, Yeah, that, my father who flew that exact colour, the exact aeroplane, said that you're only friends with one another.
As the PR flies over, folks, we've got Andy Love. And the...
Was not going to be using that against the Japanese.
So, Jimmy, when your dad joined the Air Force, did he want to go combat, and how did he end up with the
test? And he was peeled off. He was a combat fighter pilot, but chosen for PRU. So he had to. This aircraft still carries the cameras. There's one oblique and two vertical. The verticals are above 20,000 feet. The vertical cameras, the oblique one was under 100 feet. So he flew against the Japanese or into the canals and the estuaries with the camera going, and flak and all sorts of things going off. Hard in and hard out was the call. You'd know all about that, Grady. And what he was filming was rail yards, shipping, canal barges, airfields, fuel build-up, military build-ups, and what have you. The Japanese hated the PRU pilot, or PRU pilots, because they carried the intel. So he would take the pictures and go and get them developed, and then the Mitchells and the Mosquitoes would come back, bomb the airfields or the railheads, and Dad would have to go out again. So he said they were hard after you. Yeah.
So these pictures they were taken, Jimmy, what was the clarity like on them? I mean, obviously probably the best for the day.
Well, I've got one here now. I mean, they were 14-inch lens. And then he'd come back again and do another run at 270 degrees again. He said all the flaks would be going off, the zeros would be scrambling. But he said with the power he had, 5,500 feet a minute that aeroplane would climb at, the zeros wouldn't get anywhere near him, because they went on to make Mitsubishi U.
Jim Hickey.
If you want to flight display flying.
Powered by R2600 engine. Same as in the B-25. The aircraft was shot down after an attack on Chichijima Island. He survived, but he's one of 3 Avengers that were operated over in Australia with Steve Searle at Werroway Station. One of them left over.
Lights on, smoke check, power up. And tighten up. The boss at the front of me going, come on in you guys. So we've got red lead in the Silver Harvard 52, Dave Brown. Out in the number 2 position is in Harvard 98, which is the grey one with the dark red front on it. It's Kevin Paulson. Number 3 on the other side's Harvard 65 with Liz Needham. And our soloist today in the back is Frank Parker. And that's a belly up pass. And red 4 will just break away to the right to do a little bit of solo action. Steve Paulson. Now he hasn't got that many flying hours on Harvards. But he's our most precious member of the team. And down into a downward bomb burst. Beautiful. Look at that against that sky. Well done, guys. Nice display.
1988 and the T6 Harvards.
2. Advanced flying training. And there are still many thousands of what they call new old stock, NOS spares for these things. And you could probably build one. Our Avenger coming in, going to form part of our grand finale later on. We've got a lot to look forward to.
So Mike Williams here. Michael Williams is just taxiing in the Avenger. A scholarship. Here they are, folks, the Roaring 40s.
Big wave.
Listen. Hubbard 98.
Remember making models of this when I was much younger than I am today.
I've still got one, Ando, and I can actually tell you the firing order of one of these right now. 135792468. There you go.
You've been through the system.
Les Needham, 65. I don't think there's a member of the Needham family that doesn't fly an aircraft. Frank Parker in number 57. They are the Roaring 40s. Standing here right now, looking out.
Well, he'd be just looking out, watching aeroplanes, and be so proud of what he'd achieved from small.
Like they stuck with carburetor.
Now we have the Mark 88 Strike Master. The model that was used exclusively by the Royal New Zealand Air Force.
This aircraft, folks, affectionately known as the Blunty. Due to the rounded nose, the British Aircraft Corporation BAC Strike Master was the RNZEF's primary jet trainer for 20 odd years.
For Fighter Jets NZ, be sure to visit their booth. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and the ultimate adrenaline rush. The Ground Attack Albatross is an aerobatic pilot's dream machine, and it is a true seat-of-the-pants aircraft without fly-by-wire or advanced digital flight controls. It's a feel aircraft. The very flying the lead American Eagle.